Hey everyone, I'm Tanisha. Welcome to my channel, The Monarch Witch. On this channel, I teach from my own spiritual experiences and that have helped me grow, learn and transform. And the channel's named after the monarch butterfly for that reason. And I also channel messages from the collective consciousness as a whole. That includes the spirit world and the physical world. I'm kind of like a bridge between the two. And I share different perceptions that are channeled to me that I believe can benefit and help this world. So I talk about many different spiritual subjects because people are on many different journeys and many different perceptions are going to resonate with different people on their journeys for the lessons that they need to learn in their life. So, it's take what resonates and leaves the rest, because the subjects that I talk about, can be so different. I will talk about magic and the occult as a practicing witch myself, but I will also talk about Jesus Christ and the Bible, because I'm here to deliver perceptions and channeled messages for all walks of life. And I really want to join us all together, help us accept each other and accept each other's differences and different beliefs so that we can move forward and evolve and grow and essentially bring heaven to earth. So today I came outside to sit and meditate on what I should be talking about on my video today. And because I do get lots of ideas and downloads on what to talk about in my videos, but then I usually consult the Divine Mother and Father and my spirit team on what people need to hear today, like what I should be talking about today. And I was doing this meditation and I was just completely drawing a blank, like it just felt completely blocked on what I was supposed to talk about today. And also yesterday, the same thing happened, and it was just like utter chaos in the house yesterday with my children as well. Like, they were very chaotic, and every time I went to do a video something stopped me, something that happened with one of the children, or just things that needed doing in the house. Like, I kept being stopped. And so I've learnt on there's my dog, by the way. Her name's Stella. She's beautiful. She's our guardian of the house and second mother to the children here. Stella.
Stella.
It's funny because what I'm about to talk about in this video, she's just being a perfect example of. So yeah, it was chaos. I couldn't get a video done, but on my spiritual journey, I've learnt that nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason, and there's a lesson in everything. And so I'm doing this meditation, and then I get a call from my mom. And whenever I talk to my mom, it's like downloads just come in, because she's on, like a spiritual journey as well. And we talk about all those subjects. So then I get a call from her, and I start talking to her about living in the present. And then I had a light bulb moment that was what I was supposed to be talking about today, because then that made me think of yesterday and not being able to get the video done, and today and being blocked from doing the video. And I was focused so much on my son was just being another perfect example of that. Shouting out, "It's the treasure" in the background. He's playing under the trampoline, and pretending that there's treasure there. So he's very much living in the present and the moment now as well. I often don't feature my children in my videos though, just for safety reasons. Like, I'd love to show them off, I don't mind their voice in the background, but for safety reasons I'll never show them on video. So it's just if you were wondering that. Of course, I don't want their voice continuously in it, because then you wouldn't be able to hear me, so I do have to tell them to be quiet at times. But yeah, anyway, all of this, just a perfect example of living in the present. And why is living in the present so important? So it's important because if you're so focused on something that you have to do in the future, then you see the moments that happen in the present as inconveniences and interruptions. And you're not really focusing on the lessons, the signs, and, or, you know, the joy, the emotions that can be felt in these moments. And this is particularly true for parents especially, okay, because we're always focusing on our responsibilities and future events and what needs to be done. And so, you know, in all of this we are looking after our kids and taking care of their needs, but we're not really sitting in the present and paying attention to them. And they have so much to teach us about being in the present as well. My mum bought me this plaque, and it says, "While we try to teach our children all about life, our children teach us what life is all about." Okay? And so when you allow yourself to just live in the present, you know, like you might start doing the dishes and then your child comes up to you and wants attention in that moment, but you're busy and you have to get the dishes done and there's only so much time in the day, you know, and so you tell the child to go sit down, you're busy, and, you know, you'll play with them after. But you just could have missed a moment of joy to experience with that child. You know, perhaps they wanted to tell you about, you know, an amazing little adventure that happened in their day, or they wanted to show you something. But it's not just about what they could have taught you, but maybe about what you could have taught them in that moment as well. So children are often discounted as not knowing much, you know, but the thing is, they're actually still at a point in their lives where they're the closest to the Divine Mother and the Father. They're the closest to the spirit world. You know, they haven't had all of that conditioning yet. And so there's a lot that they can teach you. And, you know, if you just sit and watch them play or join in their play, you see how magical they still view this world as. You know, they have a different perception on this world. And if you spend time with them and watch them closely, you see that they're little creators, and everything is a chance for them to create. I think a white butterfly just went past as well. You know, so like an example I can give with my son is he's finding pine nuts on the ground, and to him they're treasure, and he's going to bury his treasure. You know what I mean? Like, they create the world to be whatever they want it to be. They haven't lost that touch with that magical part of themselves. And that's what they can teach you. And, you know, they're living, by living in the present, that's how you create that magic in those moments. And by living in the present, I mentioned that, you know, if you're too focused on the future, you miss out on the signs as well. So by living in the present is when you might actually get a sign that you need to help you with a future task, you know? Or you might meet someone that's going to help you with the future task. So, for example, when my mum called and, you know, I was having trouble I was having like blockages on what I was supposed to talk about today. And she called and, you know, the conversation that we had was the sign, was the help that I needed to pay attention to do this video, which in that moment was a future task. And I'm so glad that I decided to focus on the present because, you know, I've been able to share this magical video with you, and this video that I believe is going to help a lot of people, especially parents who are caught up in the struggle, you know, of daily routine and being busy all the time. So I hope this video has helped anyone watching. You know, if the topic of this video interests you, or what my channel is about interests you, then please like, share, subscribe, and have a great day or night wherever you are. Another example from my life that I can give you as well is if I look at my YouTube channel and I look at a video and, you know, it hasn't done particularly well with views, and, you know, my ego self gets into the whole, you know, what's the point, it's not helping anyone, no one's watching it, you know, gets into that whole spiel with me. But then my spirit self will say divine timing. You know, the right people will find the channel at the right time. The people who need it will find it at the time that they need it. It's not about you needing them to find it. It's about when's the right time for them, you know. So then I will stop worrying about it and just live in the present. And then I'll end up like becoming part of a Facebook group where I meet someone and, you know, we get talking, and then I realize that the things that I talk about in my video will help them, and I mention it, and, you know, they watch the channel. Or instead of the Facebook group, I'll meet someone in my day-to-day life, like I do. I'm doing theatre at the moment, so I might meet someone there and get talking about my channel, you know. And so then when you're living in the present as well, you're more connected to the divine timing, because there really only is the present. You know, many of you on a spiritual journey probably already know that the past, the present, and the future are like all one in the spirit world, not linear how we experience it here. So there really only is the present as well, and that's why it's so important, because the present is what dictates how your future is going to go. And the present is what also in a way dictates your past. Like, it doesn't change your past, but it can change the perception of your past. And I'm so glad that I decided to focus on the present because, you know, I've been able to share this magical video with you, and this video that I believe is going to help a lot of people, especially parents who are caught up in the struggle, you know, of daily routine and being busy all the time. So I hope this video has helped anyone watching. You know, if the topic of this video interests you, or what my channel is about interests you, then please like, share, subscribe, and have a great day or night wherever you are.